guys, welcome to my very first video. So if you already know me, hi, welcome. Thank you for clicking into my video. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Yana, not Hannah, Jan, or Kiana. It's simply Yana, like Y-A-N-A. It's just Yana. Basically, as you all know, it's quarantine, so there's not much we can do except use our phone, watch a movie or something, and most especially eat food. So for my very first video, I'll be doing what I eat in a week. However, I'm just going to be doing the weekday, so I'm just doing from Monday to Friday. For those who know me, they would know that I usually just eat 2 meals a day because my body got used to eating 2 meals a day. It's not that I don't eat a lot, although I do love food, but it's just that my body's just conditioned to eating like 2 meals. And then I would eat a snack in between. It depends whether I feel like it or not. Without further ado, let's see what I eat in a week. So Monday, the first day of the week, I had my first meal around 12 o'clock. And so my brother cooked, as always, for lunch. And so I basically just had rice with tuna and egg, and then a side of a probiotic drink. And of course, right after eating my lunch, I drank my vitamins, which you can't see, but yeah, that's what I did. And then around 5 p.m., I started prepping for my own dinner. And so for dinner, I had an apple, which you can see I'm peeling off the skin because you never know, the skin might be dirty and all that. And then right after peeling the skin off, I started slicing them into pieces, the usual way you would slice an apple. Once I was done with the apple, I went ahead and toasted 4 pieces of bread because besides the apple, I also wanted to eat bread. And so basically, for two of it, I basically smothered it with peanut butter while the other two had chocolate spread on it. And of course, it took quite a while, so I probably started eating at around 5:30 p.m. And of course, once I was done with my dinner, yes, that was my dinner. Once I was done with that, I also had my vitamins because I take my vitamins twice a day, one in the morning or afternoon, and one in the evening. Day 2, Tuesday, I had my first meal at around 12:30 p.m. And so here, as you can see, I got myself some rice. And then right after getting some rice, I decided that I would place these Japanese food toppings. Is that what you call it? But yeah, I basically put some Japanese food toppings. I'm not sure if that's what you call it. I'm sorry if it's not, but yeah, right on top of my rice. And then once that was done, I went ahead and added tuna and egg like yesterday. So it's basically the same meal as yesterday. The only difference is I added the Japanese toppings, and I also added some, well, not some, but I basically added more tuna because I felt like it wasn't enough. And of course, I had my probiotic drink. Once I was done eating, I of course took my vitamins. But then right after taking my vitamins, I decided that I wanted something sweet. And so I decided that I'd eat some Oreos. So I went ahead and did that. And that was basically pretty much it for my lunch. And so around 3 p.m., I decided that I wanted to eat a snack. And so I basically had an orange, which took me quite a while to unpeel it because the skin was very thick and hard. But I eventually was able to peel it off. And so I was able to eat my oranges and finish it. But I guess I wasn't satisfied with the orange, so I went ahead and ate some Sticko. And that's pretty much it. And so for my last meal for that day, which was around 6:30 p.m., I decided that I'd just eat cereals. And so I got some cereals, poured in the almond milk because I can't drink fresh milk. And then I decided that I'd that I would add some Oreos because why not? And it actually tasted fine, so it's not weird or anything like that. And of course, right after eating that, I obviously had my vitamins. Day 3, Wednesday, I actually ate later than usual because I was taking pictures, which is up on my Instagram at yana BLND. And so, yeah, I ate my first meal at around 2 p.m. And so I basically had apples, as you saw, and I also had 4 toasts again. So, yeah, I basically just had slices of apples and then 4 toasts, 2 of it with chocolate spread and then 2 of it with peanut butter. And of course, right after eating that meal, I had my vitamins. So since I had my lunch later than usual, I didn't bother having a snack that day because I wasn't feeling that hungry. And so at around 6 p.m., I had my dinner, which was just oatmeal. But of course, with my oatmeal, I didn't want it too plain, and so I of course added Oreos. It may look weird, but it tasted good, so yeah. And of course, the usual, right after eating my meal, I had my vitamins. And so Thursday at around 11:30 a.m., I decided that I'd have some sticko right before lunch because I was feeling hungry. And then at around 12 p.m., that's when I had my first real meal for that day. So basically, for lunch, I just had some rice and chicken teriyaki, which was cooked by my brother, I think. So yeah, and of course, right after having my meal, I took my vitamins. And so around 3:30 p.m., I originally wasn't planning on eating a snack that day, but since my dad told me that my dog was eating and my dog doesn't like eating alone, I decided that I'd just go ahead and have a snack so that I can accompany my dog downstairs. So I basically just had taho, which if you didn't know is just some soft tofu with like really sweet syrup and like some small tapioca pearls. So yeah, that's what I had for a snack. And then around 5 p.m., I decided that I'd start preparing for dinner. And so for dinner, I just had apples, which as you can see, I'm slicing them right now. And then besides an apple, I also had an orange. So for dinner, I just had fruits, an apple and an orange. And of course, you already know, right after eating my meal, I had my vitamins. Friday, the last day, I had my first meal at around 12:20 p.m. And so basically for lunch, I just had rice and barbecue, which was cooked by my brother. I think I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's what I had for lunch. And of course, you already know, right after eating that, I had my vitamins. And then around 2 p.m., I decided that I'd make myself a shake, which is something that I do quite often, but then I'm only doing it once this week because the mangoes that my dad bought, they weren't ripe, but they decided to be ripe just that day. So yeah, I'm making myself a shake. And so for the shake, I just had some mangoes in it, a little bit of sugar, some Oreos, and then some almond milk. And so I had it blended, and once that was done, I saved it for dinner. And once that was done, I decided that I'd eat the remaining mangoes that I didn't use because I love mangoes. So yeah. And then around 2:30, I decided I'd have some candy because there is no ice cream. And then around 6 o'clock, that's when I started preparing for dinner. So basically, just had 2 toasts, which were both chocolate spread. And besides that, I also had it with a shake, which I made earlier that day. And then I also had it with taho. And of course, right after having that, I had my vitamins, which finishes off what I eat in a week. And that's all for the 5 days of what I eat in a week. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my very first video. I hope you continue to support me if if you want to. Hey. So yeah, stay safe everyone. Stay at home as much as possible. Don't go out. Eat your food, take your vitamins, drink a lot of water, and always sanitize. If you're going out, wear a mask. But as much as possible, just stay at home. Everyone stay safe. God bless. Leave a like if you want to, comment down below if you want to, and subscribe if you want to, if to see more of my videos. And yeah, that's all. Eat